So right now we have a couple of different initiatives going on, and just like everyone else, we had to shift during the pandemic. And one of those shifts was addressing food insecurity. So, like I mentioned before, I was in divinity school, and so I was very much dependent on my meals at school because I wasn't working as I was doing my master's degree. And so when the pandemic hit, the school would not allow us on campus. And so all of the usual meals that I would get just suddenly stopped. And there was a church at the top of the hill down the street that I live on. And the coordinator, and we had talked over the different potlucks that I was doing in the community to kind of foster social capital here. And she called me and she said, I have all of this produce. Our pantry stopped. Do you know anyone who needs it? And I was like, oh my goodness, Carol, I need it. And so she was like, well, we have a lot. So can you do me the favor and reach out to anyone else that you may know? Because we have like several hundred pounds of food that needs to be given away that we no longer are doing because of the pandemic. And so I had a database of about 20 or 30 homes that were in the area, as well as my divinity students and friends, of the work that I was already doing around health and well being. So I have a master's of public health degree. And so my mind is always thinking about how to get people healthier. And so I had this database. And so I called people within that database and sent an email out. And within minutes, I got like at least 10 or 11 families saying, yes, we also need food. And so I called her back and I said, Carol, I have 11 households like saying yes. And she was like, well, don't come here. And so I said, well, just bring the produce down to my front yard and I will distribute it and I'll just have people come and pick it up. And so that's how we started the food pantry with Hope to Thrive. It was the fact that I was meeting a personal need and I was meeting a network need of people like within my network that soon became meeting a community need because other people would stop. Other people would tell other people about what was happening here, and they would come and pick up the food. And so now we have grown tremendously so that it's not just me in my front yard. We are now at a location where stationed now at the NAACP at their building here in Winston-Salem. And we have at least so we doubled our days. So we are on Tuesdays and Thursday, and we are now serving at least 15 to 20 people one day, 20 or 15 to 20 households